Hey everyone, in this video we're going to cover advanced searching. Now, whenever you do an advanced search, it's usually because you're looking to get a lot of leads in a short period of time. So, if I'm doing an advanced search, the first thing that I do is I go over to my advanced controls, and you have this option here to check backlinks for your initial search. Deselect that option. And the reason that we do that is because Yahoo will rate limit you or temporarily block your IP from making any new requests or receiving any new data back if you're searching too fast or making too many connections. So we only check the backlinks if we're doing a large search after we've already gotten our leads and filter them down. So that way we're not running as many requests to get information. If you still want to check backlinks on a large search or on your initial search, you can do that. Just go over to your privacy and cloaking tab and make sure that you enter proxies. By doing that, you'll be searching from a new IP with every request that you make to Yahoo Site Explorer, which is where we're getting the backlinks. Now, if you don't have proxies, you can get dedicated proxies, or you can even find proxies on the web. But if you don't have proxies, don't worry about it. Most of my searching is done without proxies. I'll show you how I do it, which is simply making sure that you have this option here deselected, and then we'll go over to our search options tab, and I'll show you how we can collect the backlink data after we already have our leads in place that we want to target. So over at our search options, the first place you want to go is to your global search parameters. The first option you have is I want to. Now you'll see here you can only scrape paid accounts, or you can just scrape gold accounts or silver accounts. You can even just scrape free accounts. For this example, let's just scrape paid accounts. The next option you have is what else you want to do. Do you want to scrape all paid accounts, or do you only want to scrape paid accounts that might have a video or a website? If you scroll down, you'll see you can also combine any of those options. So we'll scrape everything for this example. You also have the option to choose how you receive your data back. Do you want it best match? Do you want it alphabetical order? Do you want it based on rating? 99% of all my searches are done with best match. And the reason that I like best match is because Yellow Book will give you back the listings with gold being first, then silver, then blue, and then free accounts. That's how I like to receive the data back. It's easier for me to work with it. If you choose to have alphabetical order, you definitely have that option there. But I think most people will probably get the best results from best match. After we have this filled out, go over to your advanced search options and we'll enter a keyword. Now you can type a keyword in and hit enter, or you can load a list from a file, which we'll do right here. So now that we have our keywords listed, you can do the same thing with your list of cities. You can enter in a city, or you can load a city list from a file. But we also have our search utility. To access that, simply right click, click on Show City Utility, and this will bring up our search utility. If you're a lead broker, and let's say you have a business in the city of Baltimore. Now, that business only wants leads from their immediate area or from a certain area. What you can do is type in your city, hit search. Now you can hit zip code. Hit close. All the zip codes have now been put into your search options. So we can target any of these zip codes or all of these zip codes. If there's certain areas that you don't want to hit, all you have to do is just single click on any of these entries and they'll automatically be deleted from your search options. If you're searching with a zip code or an area code, there's no reason to enter a state. because we know exactly the area you're looking to target. Now, we do have another option using our search utility. If you're targeting cities, say, most people, if we take California, are targeting the big cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, maybe even the mid-sized cities like Stockton. Well, in every state, even the state in where you live, there's so many little towns and cities that you're probably not even aware of. And most of those little areas are going untouched. And the reason for that is because most people aren't thinking about them. You know, if I put in a search, I'm thinking, okay, give me a list of cities in California. And I'm thinking of maybe the top 20 biggest cities, if I'm lucky. Not knowing there's 3-4 times that. So with our search utility, we can completely cover any state or any area. We can simply enter the state, hit search. Now, in this box, we have every city in the state of California. We can hit city. Now, all those records or all those cities were transferred to our advanced search. We'll hit close, and we can see here a list of cities. Now, whenever you're using a list of cities, or even the search utility, if we put in cities, let's say we're really wanting leads from Los Angeles, California. But if there's a small little town called Los Angeles, Minnesota, you're also going to be pulling back those leads. So if you're using a list of cities, you might want to use this state drop-down box. So that way we can match up a city with a state and get the results that we're intending to get. So before we actually go over to our grid and click start, since we're just getting paid accounts, I'm going to drop my end page down to 20. This is all covered in the advanced controls video, so I won't go into much detail on it, but this will search up to 20 pages. Now, like I just mentioned, if we use a best match, we're going to get the listings back gold, silver, blue, and then free accounts. So usually you're going to get paid, in most cities, depending on the keyword, you're going to usually get 20-30 pages worth of paid accounts. So basically what I'm doing is I'm telling SniperBot Pro only collect up to page 20, then move on to the next either keyword or city. Let's go over to our lead data tab or the grid, and we're going to click start. But except this time, we're not going to just click on the start button. We're going to right click on the start button, and this is going to bring up our advanced search check or our manual record check. Since we don't have any leads yet, the first thing that we're going to do is go to Yellow Book. So we're going to hit start, and you can see SniperBot Pro started up. So this is just going to do the initial check. So it's going to get us as many leads as it can, and it's going to actually do it faster because we're not checking all the other stuff. We're not checking the Yellow Book hosted sites or Bing. We're not checking backlinks or Google. We're going to get that information after we've already gotten our leads, filtered them, or deleted the leads that we don't want. Then we'll check Google Verified if we need that information. If we don't need Google Verified, maybe we only need Bing, we'll just do that. You'll notice here that we have a new feature, and it's actually in beta testing. And I want to take just a moment to go over that. It's called the BBB. This is a great way to get contact names. Right now, like I mentioned, it's in beta testing. It's about 25 to 50% effective, meaning being able to match a city with a business with a contact name, which is extremely high ratio when you take a look at how you have to search in order to find that information and be able to correctly match the two to make sure that the data that you're getting is correct. So Depending on the industry you're going after, we can get about 25 to 50% match. Before you use this feature, you need to know that it is in beta. But you also need to know that the BBB will block your IP address if you do too many searches. And unlike Yahoo, it's not a temporary block. This seems to be a permanent block. So if you're going to use this feature, you're going to have to use proxies. Otherwise, you really do run the risk of the BBB blocking your IP address, and they won't release that block. You'll have to get a new IP address if you want to search them again. The best way to do that, if you're looking to get some information from the BBB, like contact name, which if you're making cold calls is extremely valuable to have, because you're going to have the contact name. But try to get some proxies or web proxies before you use it. I know I'm going on and on about this because I just don't want to see everyone coming to the forum complaining about their, getting their IP blocked and what do they do. If you don't have, proxies to use, please don't use this feature. So, with all that said, that was kind of a little bit of a disclaimer. Got that out of the way. We're going to go ahead and stop this. Let's say we got all the leads that we wanted to get. The way this is going to work, we're going to take a keyword and it's going to actually look in this city, Los Angeles, for this keyword. Then it's going to move to the next keyword, and then the next keyword, and then the next keyword, until it's completed its list, and then it will start with the next city. So this would run for a long time because we got a healthy list of cities in there. So we're just going to stop it right now. And let's say we have our leads, we can filter them and clean them. After we do that, let's say we wanted to get the Bing local information, because that was important to how we were going to sell these leads. We simply just click start, and you'll see here the Bing information gets filled in. And let's say that we'll go ahead and stop this. And let's say that we also needed to find out if they had a website hosted by Yellowbook. Well, after we got done the Bing search, we just click on the YB hosted, click start. And you'll see here in just a second, that information gets filled in. Okay, so that's how we do our advanced searching. We first just go to our manual record check by right-clicking, and then we break down each step. And each step along the way, we do our filtering and deleting. Now, we have a separate video on how to filter, how to delete, so I didn't want to go over that information again. But we usually just do the yellow book and then figure out what other information was important for us to be able to sell these leads. So it's no sense of doing unnecessary searching. Now, if you're doing a simple search where you're just wanting some quick data back, and you're wanting to get all the information, just click on the start button. You've seen how easy that is. But if you're doing a lot of searching, consider using the manual record check. It really is faster. If you have any questions on any of this, like always, go to the forum, let us know. If you just need some additional information, or maybe something was uncovered, just let us know and we'll make sure you're taken care of.